Our inspiration for this post-apocalyptic horror were iconic movies of the same nature, such as I Am Legend and 28 Days Later. What stood out about these movies in particular were the way they represent an entirely dead landscape, which emphasises the fact that there really has been an apocalyptic disaster. We employed some similar shots of our town centre into the opening scene, whilst it was eerily and empty. From I Am Legend, a particular scene caught our attention as a unique scene that developed its own form of horror via darkness and improvisation of torchlight to create an eerie atmosphere that keeps the audience on the edge of their seat, anticipating the inevitable fright. We adapted this into our film by using a handheld torch whilst the main character looks around the blackened out building. This way we created an atmosphere similar to the one witnessed in I Am Legend, with a unique difference of open space in the shots, rather than close up to the action, which we felt would inspire fear into the audience greater than the close encounter shots in I Am Legend's sequence, due to the feeling of being alone in open black space. We never really developed our own form of horror when creating our short opening scene. However, we used idealistic forms of other successful media products. Our location and budget limited us to local areas and resources. We struggled to get permission to use a church location that we originally storyboarded, so improvised and looked for somewhere more accessible. We used the inside of a club building instead, which, through technical editing, connoted the idea of a church-like atmosphere.
We encountered problems with the weather during our production, where repeated snow messed with the continuity of our scene, and so I had to improvise in order to meet the deadline, which included remaining sections of the outdoor chase scene. Our opening scene was necessary in introducing the main character and giving background to the story, which we decided to go through a voiceover in the form of a diary entry. We also chose to not show the creatures, as we felt that the mystery would make the audience want to see the rest of the film in order to see what is so horrific. Conclusively, we believe that considering the problems we have encountered that are for certain in some cases key changes, we produced an opening scene that is both gripping and frightening, using common techniques and conventions featured in similar post-apocalyptic horror movies today.